Okay, it's day 16? Yeah, day 16, I think. Um, it might be a little windy, so I didn't bring a windscreen for my microphone, so I might have to use my phone's mic, which might sound a little more crappy. I don't know. I think it's actually using the mic from my glasses, so it shouldn't be too terrible. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. Day 16. Yay! Day 16, y'all. Day 16, yo. Oh, man. Yeah, it definitely feels more just like the thing that I do every day now, rather than a new habit I'm forming. I hope you all feel the same, because that's the whole point of this. And we leave the month with a better habit, a better daily routine. Now I just need to get to the point where I go to bed early after reading, because that's my next one, is making sure I read for 30 minutes. And I gotta do it at night, because it'll put me to sleep anyway. And going to sleep early is another goal that I want to do, because when I wake up early, I kick ass, and I get a lot of stuff done. But my ambition is the enemy of a morning person, because if I get to editing, I'll look at the clock and it's like 3 a.m, and I had just been editing for like 6 hours, and I don't know where the time went, and that's not great. In fact, that is one of the reasons why I chose what I chose for the 30 for 30, because I fucking get lost in the computer, get lost in the studio, and gotta get out. And so after the 30 for 30, I'll just be doing this anyway, and I'll just be uploading it on the second channel. And yeah, so that'll be a new habit formed. And my hope is that my next 30 for 30, maybe we'll do it again. If you guys want to, we can start immediately in August with whatever 30 for 30. I mean, I'm down. Every month we improve something about ourselves. That'd be cool. There's that hornet's nest. Last night, as I was ending my 30 for 30, I saw the sprinkler. You guys saw the sprinkler, how it was broken, and I ordered a new one, by the way. It's badass. But there was a guy with his kid, and they had like a little battery-powered car that he could drive with a controller and the kid could sit in. And they crossed over into my area, into my yard. Well, not really my yard, just a little bit. Doesn't matter. But I warned the guy. I was like, yeah, there is a huge hornet's nest at the end of that road out there. And I just figured you should know, because he's got a kid. And he was like, oh, thanks for letting me know. And I don't know how he came from that direction. I don't know how he didn't walk right by it. But it seems that all the runners and joggers are doing the same thing. But that thing is huge. It's fucking massive. And somebody's gonna end up getting stung. I think maybe I should do something about it, because I seem to be the only person noticing it. Maybe that is a next week vlog. John takes on a hornet's nest. I got my vlogs planned for the rest of the week. We've got Labubu, hopefully going out tomorrow. Then I've got chores, which is, I'm not sure exactly what the story is there, but I got a shitload of stuff I got to do around the house. I think I talked about it yesterday. My doors are all like loosening and are squeaky, and I got to snake a drain. I got to deep clean a couple areas. Yeah, there's just a long list of things I got to do. And so the next one after that will be a cat toy related one. My wife sent me this video this morning, and it looked kind of fun for the cats. I know Monty will get a kick out of it because he goes crazy about anything kitten. #kitten life. And yeah, the toy that she sent, or the video she sent, had this toy. It was made out of a box, but a bunch of holes were cut in it, and it was flipped sideways, and there are like ball pit balls with strings attached to them hanging in the holes, and the cats would go inside the box and hit the balls on the outside. So I can definitely make that, seeing as how I have all of those things, including the ball pit balls, because we did buy them a ball pit, and yeah, it didn't really work out. But yeah, we got all these balls left over, so I'm thinking that that's my Saturday vlog. Should go out Sunday, hopefully. And yeah, I'm just cruising along, trying to get more shit out. After I posted that, okay, all the YouTube nerds, listen up. So, because of my lack of consistency, my views on my shorts have been dwindling. Every one I post gets a little less. And so I'm at like 200,000 views average instead of the 10 million or whatever that I was doing. And it's just because I wasn't posting enough. I broke the algorithm's trust, and it doesn't know if I'm going to continue to be this reliable source of views. And so I got more to say about that, because now I will be consistent. I got a team put together, but I'll talk more about it here in a second. So after I posted the Antpocalypse video, I noticed that the most recent short immediately picked up. It was sitting at like 16,000 views for maybe 2 days, but as soon as the Antpocalypse went out, it shot up. And that cannot be a coincidence. That's consistency getting done what consistency gets done. And the algorithm knows that. And I find it a little odd that that would happen after posting a long form, that the shorts pick up. But I mean, I don't know everything, but it definitely did happen. And so the long form video only has like 400 views, between 400 and 500. So it's not those people getting my shorts recommended to them. Otherwise, it wouldn't be 200,000 views. It would only be, 500 extra or whatever. So, just thought you guys might like to know that. I mean, seriously, in vidIQ, we talked about consistency some. We used to talk about it a lot. Actually, before I even joined, consistency was like this huge staple in how to win on YouTube. But then a lot of viewers started hating that. They started hating that we were saying consistency when they could easily just pick out a channel and say, look, they posted one video in 1 month and got millions of views. And like, they pick out a channel that's been around forever and stuff like that. And so at some point, it was never really a decision, but we stopped really talking about consistency so much. We stopped like hinging our content on it. Of course we'd mention it, but it was never like, this video is about consistency. Because people in Reddit, there's a lot of hate for vidIQ in Reddit too. And dude, I don't know why. I mean, I think people are gonna hate on anything, and they feel maybe like it's corporate or whatever, but I was a part of that team for years, and genuinely the creative side of the team, which is me, Rob, Dan, Travis, Jen, like those people, all we do is care about the viewer. Like all we do is care about the new YouTuber. And any discussion I've ever had with them had never been about making sure we sell them something. It was always just like, how How can we get them their first 1,000 subscribers? And that's why I love the job so much, because it was full of genuine people. But on the internet, people are going to hate anything, right? Even if you're trying to help them. And it is what it is. Like, Wendy's is just trying to feed you, but they had Jared Fogle. It's probably not the greatest comparison, but, you know. We're just trying to feed people. We can't help. Yeah, whatever. But yeah. People will definitely hate anything. So, speaking of consistency and all that shit, I was finally able to build a workflow where I could get a team of animators to help me on the shorts, because that's really what I need most. I could do the shorts every day, but that's not really where my heart is right now. I like writing the stories, but I want to build a team to do that stuff while I work on these vlogs. And so, I've had animators like sitting on the sidelines just waiting for work, waiting for me to get this stuff done, and I finally got it done. So, here's how the workflow works for anybody interested. First, me and my writer will work on some stuff. Gage knocks out some stories on his own. I will do the same. We kind of get together, talk them through, and then we end up with a certain number of stories. Then I take those stories and I film them on a green screen, and I export every line that should be its own shot as a .mov, and then I put them in folders. So every folder is a project. I'll just go with the most recent titles. Walmart avocado, okay? There are 7 videos in that folder, and each one is a different line that I said in the story, so they can place me in different areas throughout the animation. And it goes the same with Snack Thief, Math Kid, and I can't remember the other one, but I know it's ridiculous. Oh, Jealous Boyfriend. And so, these are 4 animations that will come out on the channel, and they're 4 folders full of 6 to 7 .mov files. Well, that was not the hard part. The hard part was being able to communicate to animators like what my vision is, like what I'm seeing, how it looks like, and communicating what the things that I focus on when I animate, like the eye line is so important, or like when to have me on camera and when it doesn't matter if I'm off camera. And like these things are instinctual to me because it's me. I'm the one making it. I'm the only person that I have to please. But when you got somebody else working for you, communication is everything. And so, along with these folders that have the .mov files, I record one separate MP4 file, and it's me going through the video clips, and I'm saying, okay, here's what I'm seeing, and then I kind of draw it out on Photoshop to show them. And they're usually about 5 to 10 minutes long, just explaining the instructions. And so I stick the instruction video in there with it. And that's the shot list. And that's it. And then I upload all of these things to Google Drive, and they can get in that Google Drive folder. They can claim one, and that means nobody else can make it. And then when they're done and I approve it, then they can claim another. And as long as I'm able to keep that folder stocked, I think I should have somewhat of a consistent output. Yeah. So that was a lot of stuff to say, but that's why it took me so long to actually get it done. I had been sitting on those video projects for a while. I knocked out 2 of them because it was originally 6 that Gage and I had. The guy that got cheated on, and then whatever the most recent one was. I can't remember. Man gets revenge on boss. Oh yeah, the liver surgery. Yeah, so those two were Gage stories. And actually, I'm pretty sure most of them are Gage stories. That batch, and I just produced them. And the production process of writing is a little difficult because I can't explain why I like certain things. I'll try to explain this here. I'm in the studio working with a band, and they sing something, and then I say, no, try this melody. It's catchier. And can I explain why that melody's catchier? No. But like, you're kind of trained to hear it. And when I write these stories, I'm kind of trained to know in what order the words go in, and the rhythm in the way that I say them. And yeah, so it's difficult. Gage will come to me with a fairly good outline and a concept, and then, man, this last time we had a video call, and it was like so easy. We went through them all and knocked them out and laughed our asses off. It. Two of them are like funny tests. We're gonna see how they work. But anyway, yeah, so we get that writing done, and I green screen it, and I don't know. I'm just excited to have a plan for that, because I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, really what I was gonna do was I was gonna force myself to make shorts only, because like at some point you gotta pay the bills. But like I said before, I just wasn't creatively fulfilled as much as when I did these 30 for 30s. And yeah, longer content, man. I enjoy it more. I feel like I get more of a chance to connect, and I get to do a lot more fun with the editing when I do these vlogs. So yeah, I know I've repeated myself a lot over these past few weeks, but like, you really can kind of tell from where I started to where I am now, like how this journey's gone. And I'm sure things will change by day 30, but it'll be interesting to go back and see where my head was, because it was a big struggle there for a while, trying to figure out what I want to do. But ultimately the vlog thing got me locked in. I'm still curious if these vlogs, like, there's no point in making them try to make money, which, like, the big money is if it's 8 minutes or over, right? I really don't care about that, because, like, all I want to do is try to get the short form viewers over to my long form. And so I'm pretty sure all these vlogs are going to be somewhat short. These storytelling, I mean, like, the Labubu edit right now is like 45 minutes long. And the ant one, the Antpocalypse, was like 35 minutes long. And so I cut it down to 4 minutes, and I'll be doing the same with the Labubu. There's a part where I go to McDonald's in the Labubu story too. It's kind of funny. What's really funny is when I pull up to the drive-thru and it's kind of silent for a minute, and then the guy says, "Hey." And I say, "Hey." Like, not how can I help you, nothing, just hey. So that's a fun part. And yeah, last night I started going through the Insta360 footage of me actually in the store. And God, man, I got so many freaking dirty looks just being in there. I think it's because I was the old guy in with a bunch of like teenagers and stuff. But I was just trying to buy a Labubu. What can I say? It's weird when you go through Insta360 footage, because you get to relive that moment and you get to look at every direction, and you can see how many people saw the camera in my hand or whatever. It's creepy. And there's also one part where a guy is trying to stop me in the mall. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something like, "Hey, you got 30 seconds? 30 seconds." And looking back through the footage, I realized that there was nothing around him. He wasn't trying to sell me anything. So I wonder how that conversation would have gone had I stopped. Because I had an Insta360 in my hand. I had my phone out. I had my glasses on. You know, it's just not ideal if somebody decides to rob me. But I didn't stop. I just ignored him because that's kind of what you got to do. And one of his friends had noticed that he was yelling at me, and man, I swear he was giving me a mean look. Maybe I'll show you guys a picture of this situation because it was sketchy, honestly. I thought, in the moment, I thought that it was somebody trying to get me to come to their booth or like buy a phone case or something like that, you know, like how sort of like carnival workers, but for some reason in the fucking mall. And yeah, but nothing was around them. I thought there was in the moment, but looking back, sketchy. And yeah. Crazy times. That's my go-to. I had good times, crazy times, fun times. Just fill in that silence, that uncomfortable silence. This one time, I stabbed my friend in the leg. His name is William, and there are these, like, weed cutters. Okay, they're like giant scissors, right? You squeeze down, but they cut like this. Like, you squeeze, and they're like this. So they're like sideways scissors. And yeah, so they're a pretty popular item. But one that's a little less popular is one that's on a stick. So it does the exact same thing. It cuts this way, but at the top of the stick, it's a handle. So it's almost like a cane for weed cutting. And this thing was rusty as shit. It was probably 30 years old. And this was in my Jackass era. See, back then, my brother, my cousin, my friends, we had a VHS camera and we recorded some stupid shit. But before we got that camera, it didn't stop us from doing stupid shit. It just wasn't on tape. And I know that was what inspired it, because right before I slung it into his thigh, I said, "Kids, don't try this at home." And yeah, I started spinning it around, and I hit resistance at some point, and I stopped, and I was a little dizzy because I was spinning this sharp object around, and my friend Will is just like sitting on the ground holding his calf, or holding his thigh, like, "Dude, take me inside." And so he's limping, I'm helping him get inside, and when he finally gets to the door, he yells, "Mom, my leg's on fire!" I don't know why he said that, but that is what he said. And so me feeling guilty as hell, not knowing what to do, obviously I'm a kid, I'm stupid. They take him to the hospital, he gets stitches. I feel fucking miserable staying at his house. His mom was my babysitter, so I was there every day. And God, he comes back, everything's fine. He's just got a scar and some stitches, but man, I should have been recording, you know? Not 2 years later, my brother breaks my nose with a crutch. We got that on tape. I just don't know where the tape is. But You could see blood fly out. It was crazy. It was crazy. And since then, I haven't really changed much. I always wonder if the deviated septum is from that. My nose is like crooked this way. And it's not as noticeable if I hold the phone sideways. Maybe, yeah, you can definitely see it's... I got one big nostril and one small one. And more often than not, I have to use some nose spray just to open my nasal back. But yeah, it's been like that ever since I could remember. Maybe I need to get one of those Alex Hormozy nose band-aids. Whatever the fuck those things are. No hate against those with deviated septums, and whatever you got to do to breathe, I totally understand. But at some point, those became a fashion statement. After Alex Hormozy got real big, I started to see so many YouTubers wearing those things. And I'm not so convinced they all have nose problems. Alex does. He does. That's why he wore it in the first place. Nobody goes out of their way to wear something like that 24/7 unless they need it. And because he's so cool, it just it became a thing that people wanted to do. I've always wanted to try them, but I really don't want to be that guy. Maybe I try it in my private time. My life totally changes. Like, oh my God. I've thought about getting surgery to realign my nose, but I don't know. I'll get around to it. Maybe. Maybe I won't need to. Maybe it'll fix itself. Yeah, just like my leg. Oh man, it's really not that bad out today either. Like, it's weird because the temperature says 87, but I just do not feel like it's warm. Maybe it's because I'm doing this every day. I'm just getting used to what the outside feels like, which is sad, but also like it's not bugging me as much as it did 2 weeks ago. And my leg is feeling a lot better. Like, I'm definitely not... It doesn't feel locked as much as it did. And I still got that doctor's appointment on the 22nd, so I'll get the good old thigh checked out, make sure it's not going to heal improper. But I probably pulled like a groin muscle or something a year ago. At least from all the research that I've done, it does seem like it's like a inner thigh issue, which causes the rest of your thigh to overcompensate to keep things stable. And that's when you end up with like super bad cramps and your leg just feels like shit all the time. But lately, it's been fine. Fine. Cool. That was a fast 30 minutes. Maybe I just had a lot to say. I told myself, if I run out of stuff, I'm going to tell the William story. I guess that's what happened. Now, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to edit La Boo Boo. See if I can get that finished. I still don't know what the thumbnail is going to be, but we'll see. Excuse me. I had Subway. They're always weirded out when I go in there and say I don't want any sauce. Like, I guess getting mayonnaise or ranch is like so common that when somebody gets something plain, they're like, what? Are you sure you're in the right place? But, yep, that's the deal. Man, just saying that made me remember that I was probably talking about condiments yesterday. I knew it was on my mind. But maybe I didn't. Maybe it was recorded in the Labubu thing. I know I went on a recent rant about ranch, mayonnaise, sour cream, all that shit. Miracle Whip. No, it was yesterday. Now I remember. Because I said the Miracle Whip thing. I don't know. These days kind of blend together with this 30 for 30, and I feel like I repeat myself a lot. But when you get daily updates from somebody that does nothing but create content and edit it, there's not much new to talk about. I'm just gonna have to start telling more stories. Why, yeah, yeah. Why, I. Doesn't anybody ever know that the world's a subway? I'll see you for day 17. Hey, I hit it. I got it this time. Whew.